City volunteers in Hunan conduct home visits in preparation of the winter aid distribution. A man with developmental delay inspires those around him by doing recycling. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. We begin our program today with some news in China. In China, Tzu Chi volunteers are conducting preliminary home visits ahead of the annual winter aid distribution. They recently visited a total of 78 families in Hunan province, Chengde City. Not only were the volunteers able to provide love and care to the families in need, the experience was also a precious lesson. Let's join them there. Little Feng Yu, who lives with her grandparents, is mentally challenged just like her parents.
Calming
little Feng Yu's anxious mind, the volunteers also encourage her to eat more. City volunteers have come to Hunan province, Chengde City, to conduct home visits ahead of the annual winter aid distribution. They visit Grandpa Tzu's house. Staying with his mentally challenged son, Grandpa Tzu lives in a messy house with garbage everywhere. He breaks into tears as the volunteers care for him.
What we've done today is beyond my imagination. Money cannot buy the kind of spiritual support we provide to these families in need.
We provide support and companionship. There's much work we still need to do.
As the volunteers care for these families with love, they're also ready to deliver much-needed aid in the winter. In our next report, we continue to care for the flood-affected residents in the Philippines. After Tzu Chi launched the Work for Relief program, all the participants worked together to clean up their communities in Marikina City and San Mateo. During the process, the mayor of Marikina also came to encourage the residents. Now they finally have a clean and comfortable environment.
Heavy equipment cannot enter the alleys, which are filled with garbage. Residents who participate in the Work for Relief program work together to clean the debris. Rose Olivares, who lives down the alley, feels very happy.
It's good that we have cleared out the garbage. We no longer need to endure the foul odor. I live with my 2 grandsons. It's harmful to our health if we're surrounded by the trash every day.
With the help of all participants, 3 areas in Marikina City have been restored to its former look within 2 days.
Residents in Barangay Malande are very thankful to Tzu Chi.
The mayor of Marikina City has also come to encourage everyone.
You are not only helping yourselves, but also other people. You are cleaning up your own community.
The mayor has even invited everyone to carry out the acts of giving to help more people in need. The Work for Relief program has also been launched in San Mateo. This grocery shop owner, who is working hard to shovel the mud, persuaded her husband to give up joining the cleanup efforts.
When my husband said that he wanted to join the program, I persuaded him to continue his original work. Although he's paid with less money for his work, I think it doesn't matter, because we can give the opportunity here to those who need more help.
In fact, her shop was also damaged by the floods. She is in desperate need of financial assistance to resume business operations so that she can help her children finish their college education. The money she has made for her day of work allows her to get back on her feet as soon as possible.
During the 5 days of Tzu Chi's Work for Relief program in the Philippines, a total of 3,694 people joined the efforts to clean up the disaster areas. Among the participants, many of the local volunteers from Marikina City came to help without getting paid for their day of work. It's because they experienced the 2009 Typhoon Kasana and they could feel for the flood survivors.
The residents and volunteers have been cleaning the community for several days, but the alleys in Banabas and Mateo are still covered with debris and mud. On this day, a group of people came from Marikina City to help.
I am also affected by the floods, but the condition in our community is not as serious. It's very muddy here.
The mud has been accumulated all the way up to my calves. If we didn't come to help, they would have to clean for a very long time. With many people coming to help now, they can speed up the recovery efforts.
Stepping in the thick mud, everyone works very hard to clean the community without any complaints, because their hearts go out to the flood survivors.
The people who came with me today are all volunteers. We finished cleaning up the Nanka area over the past 2 days. Knowing that this area needs more people to help, everyone was willing to lend a helping hand. In total, 16 people, including me, have come to help.
The Marikina City volunteers can completely relate to the affected residents here because back in 2009, they too were affected residents of the Typhoon Kesana. Ever since then, they have started to spread the power of love in their communities.
I have received enough assistance already. The money I made from the cleanup efforts is extra income for me. That's why I want to donate some money to help other people who still need more help.
During their cleanup session, the volunteers found the men's home was badly damaged by the heavy rains. They immediately launched a project to help him fix up his home.
Half of his roof was destroyed, so he cannot live in the house. Therefore, we decided on the spot to help him repair his home. We went to buy some construction materials in the morning and asked local volunteers to help with the reconstruction project. After several months, at least he will have a complete house to live in when he comes back.
When we finished the work, I felt very happy for the homeowner and his family. We didn't expect that their house would be in such bad shape after the floods. It's good that we were able to help them fix up their home.
The last day of August marks the 61st National Day of Malaysia. To celebrate this special day ahead of time, the Cape Town Kindergarten in Kuala Lumpur arranged for their students to visit a famous mosque. With this experience, the children not only understood the religious beliefs of Islam, but they also learned to respect different ethnicities.
Students of the DaAi Kindergarten in Kapon go on a field trip to experience a special learning journey. The month of August marks the National Day celebrations in Malaysia. Teachers of the DaAi Kindergarten in Kapon arrange for children to visit the famous landmark, which is known as Pink Mosque, to learn different religious beliefs and cultural etiquette. It is a must for Muslims to clean their bodies before praying. They pray 5 times a day.
We want to make the children and teachers understand the true meaning behind Islam. It's not like the terror organization that many people usually think of.
Only when we respect and trust each other will we be grateful to each other. This way it will be easier for them to understand the culture and religious beliefs of Islam. We should respect their ethnicity and culture.
By visiting the religious sites, the students have learned about a different culture and learned to respect different ethnic groups.
Tzu Chi recycling volunteers come from all walks of life. They're all committed to do recycling and don't mind the hard work. 36-year-old Li Yuhui is developmentally delayed, functioning at the IQ level of a 6-year-old child. However, it does not hinder him from working year-round at the recycling station. It's been a real positive influence on both him and other volunteers.
Riding a bicycle saves energy and reduces carbon. It's good to be environmentally friendly and not pollute the earth but protect it.
He's very worried about doing his job. I don't know how to tell him not to go to work on rainy days. He still wants to go. He wants to follow recycling vehicles and says that people are waiting for him. He said he made a promise with others who are also coming. I say there's going to be a heavy rain. Do you still want to go? He said yes. He will just wear a raincoat.
I come here to do the classification for PET bottles, and I also stack the newspapers. Yes, they depend upon me to do this work.
He's very diligent and serious and getting better and better. I feel that he's very kind. Whenever we call Hui, he immediately says he's coming. He's really good and quite caring, like a cheerleader for our group.
His brain moves a little slower than normal people. He will do what you ask. He's very well behaved, and he will do whatever is asked of him.
He has changed for the better and can interact well with everyone. His speech is very polite. I've seen an obvious change in him. I see him almost every day.
We gave birth to this child, and we had complex feelings about this. In the process of growing up, his temper grew. I did my best and brought him into the world of Buddhism.
I had a violent temper before, and I harmed people. I hurt others, so I needed to change my temper. I changed after doing recycling.
Before we used to just stay at home. Now we have gained more wisdom when we come here to do recycling, as we have met many good people. Each of them have taught him very well.
After slowly doing this, he learned to be committed to something. This process allowed him to encounter the Dharma through others as we slowly began to teach him.
Xiamen Tzu Chi volunteers have been promoting recycling in different communities actively. One of the recycling spots in the Huyuan community was recently set up. In this community, most of the residents are familiar with the recycling methods.
Everyone in Huyuan community can memorize the Tzu Chi recycling tips. Volunteers are harvesting their long-time efforts to promote environmental protection here.
We are named the 4th place in the National Streets Recycling Evaluation.
Students are learning about recycling concepts since elementary school because environmental protection has become common knowledge.
I made a pen holder when I was in 1st grade. I cut the PET bottle in half and decorated with some art crafts.
I've learned that even 5 cents a day can be accumulated to become a tremendous help to humankind.
The newly set up recycling spot has become the community center, which has gathered more than 200 people.
In the past, the public awareness was not well spread. However, now everyone is aware of the importance of doing recycling, and we can see significant improvements.
All of the residents have consensus that they will continue to practice recycling and save natural resources for future generations.
In Cambodia, Tzu Chi volunteers held an auspicious month prayer ceremony at the new office. During the event, volunteers dispelled superstitions regarding the 7th lunar month being a ghost month, and also encouraged the public to refrain from burning joss money. In addition, the attendees also learned to be filial to their parents, as the volunteers arranged for the children to participate in the feet washing ceremony. After Tzu Chi Cambodia Liaison Office moved to a new office, it is holding the auspicious month prayer ceremony for the first time.
People say that the 7th lunar month is the ghost month. It is in fact an auspicious month. Everyone needs to have religious belief. With religious belief, you will have the correct thoughts. With correct belief and thoughts, your life will go smoothly.
The volunteers put on a skit which promotes the idea of not burning joss money. One Dharma master supports the idea.
What impresses me the most is the skit, which encourages people not to burn joss money. As we worship ancestors, what matters is respectfulness. Burning joss money is exchanging real money for fake money. It also pollutes the air.
Besides dispelling superstition, the event attendees also learned to be filial to their parents. At the event, the volunteers also arranged for the children to wash their parents' feet.
I did not imagine that the volunteers will arrange for the children to wash their parents' feet. Nowadays, many children are spoiled and they do not know they should pay back to their parents. This way, the children will learn to be filial.
Besides promoting correct beliefs in regards to the auspicious month, volunteers also promote vegetarianism, hoping more people will join efforts to protect planet Earth. Tzu Chi volunteers in Yilan hosted events in several communities to introduce the meaning of the auspicious 7th lunar month. The volunteers also seized the occasion to promote environmental protection and vegetarianism.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Yilan are hosting a Thanksgiving event for the auspicious 7th lunar month in Shenghu community in Suao Township. The main goal is to promote a plastic-free lifestyle.
The plastic bag is the type of garbage that endangers the environment the most.
Volunteer Li Meiqing shares her personal experience on how she became enlightened and broke her superstitious beliefs for the 7th lunar month.
I used to be very superstitious because my heart was bitter and I was seeking a way out. However, it's been 18 years since I less burned joss money and worship deities because I found the right religion that genuinely calms my heart.
In Luodong and Luozhang communities, volunteers are actively promoting vegetarian diets and inviting seniors to join.
Let's start by eating a vegetarian diet twice a month, and if you like it, we can do it once a week. When you are more used to it, we can do 3 times a week, and gradually we can alter our eating habits into vegetarianism.
Vegetarian diet is good for our health because it improves blood circulation and lowers our blood pressure, blood sugar, and blood lipid.
Other than cleansing the body, volunteers also advocate less air pollution by showing a video about praying without burning incense.
We should avoid burning joss money to prevent air pollution. As long as we have a sincere heart, we can pray with our hands.
Being environmental friendly is the best way to express profound respect to our ancestors, as well as showing our love to Mother Earth.
In Taiwan, Zhou Chenxun, an onstage volunteer in a sutra adaptation for the auspicious 7th lunar month, initially participated in the event at his mother's request. Later, he was deeply influenced by the whole experience. He realized just how important being filial to his parents is. His mother was deeply touched by his change in attitude.
Zhou Chenxun, who's back from Australia, was invited by his mother to participate in the performances for the auspicious 7th lunar month. Initially, he was going to join the drum team. However, his appearance makes him perfect cast member for a dramatic role.
The role of the rebellious son in the drama has his parents by his side, but he treated them with disrespect. It was shocking to me because I would love nothing more to have my parents with me when I'm alone abroad.
In the beginning, he was only participating in the performance to please his mother. Nevertheless, he became much more involved and motivated after he joined the drama, and his mother has witnessed his change.
I heard him singing a line of lyric of the musical adaptation of profound gratitude toward parents in the dining room, and I was deeply touched as the meaning of the verse has taken root in his heart.
He has lived abroad by himself for 15 years, hence he cherishes every second to be with his parents.
然后心念一转，就觉得说，出国15年。
I've been abroad for 15 years. Now I'm in my 30s and my parents are in their 60s, so I treasure the time to spend with them because you never know how much longer you can have them around.
还有多少个15年可以跟家人在一起？然后，先。
To him, the simple acts of cutting fruit with his mother in the kitchen are happy moments because he has learned the importance of filial piety through the drama and he practiced it in everyday life.
Jiang Huiling, a nutrition instructor at Hainan's Jiangnan University of Pharmacy and Science, has pushed the campus to adopt a vegetarian diet on Monday and a no-sugar Wednesday. The measures even extend to vending machines selling beverages on campus, which contain red, yellow, and green signs to remind students. For her work, she was recognized by the Ministry of Education as an outstanding health worker.
Standing in front of this vending machine, looking from left to right, it is hard to make the right choice as a student finally chooses bottled water.
The school nutritionist always tells me to go sugar-free.
As it turns out, these beverages are marked with special stickers, which are red, yellow, and green, which indicate the nutritional content.
Currently, students are very dependent on sugar. This is not ideal for their health. There are about 15 vending machines in the school. They have all been labeled with red, yellow, and green stickers.
These reminders help students before they make a purchase. In addition, Hainan's Jiangnan University also promotes healthy eating by finding restaurants to produce healthy meals. For example, launching a sugar-free day and a special vegetable day.
I feel good when I saw these advertisements about a sugar-free day, which also gives us a discount of a few cents.
I spent a lot of time communicating this model, first creating some restaurants with a healthier concept. After increasing awareness, we can begin to guide them.
After finding your height, one can find your ideal weight and diet. This reminds students to pay attention to health. The nutrition instructor, Jiang Huiling's actions were officially recognized by the Ministry of Education as an outstanding health worker.
To mark Mother's Day in Thailand, Chiang Mai Tzu Chi School awarded outstanding mothers. Students also seized the occasion to express their gratitude for their mothers. We'll leave you with these images at the end of our program. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.